Do you remember the first thing we were taught? Perhaps you were 3, perhaps 4. A small book was placed before you, bright pictures, large letters, and a familiar voice said, A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for dog, and you repeated it. Perhaps everybody smiled. Perhaps somebody clapped. Perhaps they said, Very good! Our child has started learning. Apple, ball, cat, dog, all useful words. They helped us recognize things outside us. But life did not remain outside us. We grew up and gradually life entered. Relationships, expectations, money, work, success, failure, children, parents, loneliness, love, loss, choices, regret. And somewhere in the middle of all this, did you ever feel I was taught so many things, but nobody taught me how to handle life? Imagine a man sitting alone in his car. It is late evening. The office building behind him is almost empty. His phone has 17 unread messages. One is from his employer, one from the bank, 3 from home. His child has sent a small voice note. Papa, when are you coming? The man does not open it immediately. Not because he does not love the child. He does. Perhaps everything he is doing, he believes he is doing for that child. But tonight, he does not know which problem to solve first. He starts the car, then stops. He picks up the phone, then puts it down. He takes a deep breath, but even the breath seems hurried. What should he do? Which chapter from school should he remember? Which examination prepared him for this evening? Which alphabet? A for apple? B for ball? No. That alphabet helped him identify the objects around him. But tonight, he needs an alphabet that helps him understand what is happening within him. Perhaps we need to learn our ABCD again. Not because the first alphabet was wrong, but because it was incomplete. It taught us the language of objects. Now we need a language for experience, a language for confusion, for relationships, for decisions, for pain, for possibility. So let us begin again. A. Not only for apple, A for awareness. Before I react, can I see what is actually happening? What am I feeling? What am I afraid of? What am I avoiding? What story has made my mind already created? Awareness does not immediately solve the problem. It does something more fundamental. It introduces us to reality. Because before changing what is, we must first see what is. The man in the car notices, I am frightened, not merely busy, not merely irritated, frightened. He is afraid of disappointing his employer, afraid of failing his family, afraid that no matter how much he does, it will never be enough. Nothing outside has changed yet, but something within has become visible. That is A, awareness. Then comes B for balance. Not perfect balance. Life does not stand still long enough for that. But a living balance between work and home, urgency and importance, action and rest, caring for others and not abandoning oneself. The man asks, does everything have to be solved tonight? Perhaps not. What needs me most in this moment? His child's voice note is still waiting. The bank will remain open tomorrow. The employer's message may be answered in an hour, but this child is waiting now. Balance does not tell him to leave the job. It does not tell him money is unimportant. It simply prevents one part of life from swallowing the whole. That is B, balance. Then C for clarity. Clarity often begins with cutting. Not cutting people carelessly, not cutting emotion, but cutting noise. the 17 messages, the 10 imagined disasters, the 5 opinions living inside his head, the pressure to solve next month before tonight has ended. When the noise reduces, one question becomes visible. What is the next honest thing I can do? Not the perfect thing, not the final thing, the next honest thing. He opens the voice note. His child says, "Papa, I have made something for you." The man smiles. He records a reply, "I'm coming home." Clarity has not removed every difficulty, but it has revealed the next step. That is C, clarity. And then D, not merely dog, D for discovery. Because life cannot be understood only by thinking. At some point, we decide. We do. And then reality teaches us something. The man goes home. Perhaps the financial problem remains. Perhaps tomorrow is still difficult. But when he enters, the child runs towards him holding a drawing. And for one quiet moment, he discovers something. The future he was trying so hard to protect was standing before him in the present. That discovery creates new awareness. And so D returns us to A. Not in a circle, in a spiral. We return to awareness, but not as exactly the same person. We have lived, we have felt, we have discovered, and therefore we can see a little differently. Perhaps life was never meant to move in a straight line. We revisit the same questions. Who am I? What matters? What should I do? What should I stop doing? Whom should I hold close? What should I release? We return to them at 20, at 40, at 60. The questions may appear familiar, but we are no longer the same. That is the spiral. We return, but perhaps a little deeper, a little clearer, a little more human. Not an alphabet of slogans, not 26 decorative words, an alphabet for living. A for awareness, B for balance, C for clarity, D for discovery, and then we will continue. Not quickly, not mechanically. Each letter must earn its place. Each idea must connect with the next. Each episode must begin with life, a parent and child, a friendship, a mistake, a difficult morning, a decision, a silence, a loss, a beginning. Because we are not here to memorize another alphabet. We are here to examine whether it can help us live. Please do not accept these words merely because I am saying them. Look at your own life. Observe. Does awareness bring greater balance? Does balance create clarity? Does clarity allow discovery? And does discovery return you to a new awareness? See it for yourself, test it, question it, perhaps change it. Because an architecture for humanity cannot be built by one person declaring answers. It must remain alive in human experiences. We all began with ABCD. It helped us enter the world. Perhaps it is time for another ABCD, one that helps us to enter ourselves. A for awareness, B for balance, C for clarity, D for discovery. And perhaps if enough human beings begin learning this alphabet again, our homes may change, our schools may change, our workplaces may change, our relationships may change, not because we were given another commandment, but because we began to look, to pause, to understand, to choose. We learned the alphabet once so that we could read the world. Perhaps now we need another alphabet so that we can read ourselves. Welcome to the ABCD of being human, the alphabet we were never taught.